Okay, so we've got a heating duct for the upstairs master running right smack dab between the two windows, and it's right where we want to put the new window. So what's the solution here?
Get rid of it. Okay, here's a duct that we're going to have to move. It runs from the basement. There's a main trunk line underneath this floor, and it runs from the basement up to above the master. And so we're going to take this duct out, and it's simple. They're just simple screws that screw it all together. They're in sections, and they pull right out. And we'll remove it, put in new windows, and move the duct over.
And there it is. Looks like you're ready for a window. All right, so there's how it looks without a big duct running through it.
Okay, so now the window is in, and this is what remains of the duct that we're going to move over. It is 2 inches by 12, and it used to be connected right here, ran right through here. That's the housing, and that's the register right there into the master. We're basically going to take that and move it over 6 feet. And we've got a hole cut in the old floor here, if you want to check this out. Got a hole cut in the old floor, and you can see the trunk line right there. And I've got a circle cut out where we're going to cut a hole into that trunk line and bring the ductwork up here, up through here to attach to the bottom of that old ductwork, and we'll run it right straight up and create a new opening right there for the master. And that's the project for the day. And what I'm getting ready to do at this moment, I'm going to cut a hole in that trunk line, and then I'm going to use this piece here, which is a scrap from some work we did downstairs. I'm going to cut cuts in this throughout the bottom, put it back together, fold the cut part down so I have something to drill into, and then just mount it on that where that hole is. I'm going to get ready to cut on that ductwork, and then screw this down, and I'll have my transition piece to start coming up to the new duct. Alright, so I'm going to use the Dremel here. The metal of the duct is very thin, and there's this main trunk line that goes under here. I need to cut a hole into that. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's actually cutting it way easier than I would have ever imagined. Got it all the way cut except for just one dangling piece of metal. You can see it down in there, and the air is just pouring through there. And that's the one bad thing about this, is it's like playing with razor blades, because everything is super sharp on this. There we go. And that's it. That's our hole now. I think that's the hard part. Everything else should be pretty easy. The rest of this is just connecting all these other pieces that will bend in the right shape, and they're very malleable. You can make them go however you want it to go, but this is just like Tinker Toys, or that's what, dating myself a bit, but that's what, it's just connecting one section to the next to make it weave through here, up the big straight duct that's right there, and into the room below. So we're most of the way there. Okay, this is a scrap piece from the basement. We did some HVAC rerouting down there, but these pieces, you can buy them in the store in different sizes, and they basically just fold. They go in that crease together, and the square becomes a circle. And so we're going to use this, but first I need to cut a flange on it, or put a flange on. I couldn't find any at the store, so I'm making my own. And that's basically, I just need an edge that can fold down on this. So I'm going to bend this edge for me. So. Okay. I just needed a lip. So when this is a circle, I'll be screwing through this into that ductwork to make it anchor in there. These tin snips work real well. Then I'm just gonna, every inch or so, just do these relief cuts so it'll bend. And then put this together. Alright, this stuff is just super sharp. And I'm just buying it in the store yesterday. I cut my finger, so, and I was just picking it up at the store. So when you mess with it, it's worth having some gloves on. Yes, there we go. There, and then it snaps in. All right, so that's what we're going to put in there. And that's a makeshift deal, but it'll definitely work. Just about getting air from point A to point B. Nothing complicated. And the whole goal is to there. Ah, feel that warm air coming right on up. That's how it's going to go. The flanges, each of these bent pieces, I'll put a few screws in a few of them just to anchor it tight, and then we'll seal it with tape to keep it airtight. And now I'll direct the air back up here. This is the piece that's going to go in here, but lower. And basically it's just a elbow that goes into the straight thing. This will connect to the pipe that goes to the trunk, and then it's going to go into here. And it's been a little bit of fun trying to get all the angles right, but I think we finally got it. So let's see if we can put this in. Ah, beauty, 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 beauty. That lines up. And then we will first put that in. Okay, now I just got to tape it, screw it in, tape it up, and put the top piece on. We're going to go ahead, this duct, it's going to come straight up here. We're going to cut this area out so that the duct can go through that. And we can still drywall over it and it'll be flush. And then this nail right up here is where aligned with the other register. So the hole is going to be right there for that curved piece, that elbow right there, to go up into the area. So I got to cut those holes now. Next up is cut the floor upstairs for the register, and if I measured everything, we'll be perfect. This right here is the old duct that we pulled out that was in the center here, and this is actually this is a recycled elbow. And we put it back in the old hole. Try to get this guy on top of the base right there, and if we can get it on, we got air to upstairs. I'm going to tape the back side of it because I don't want any air leakage out of there. We had two kinds, and we can't find the other kind, so we're using this one. So it's actually pretty thick, which is nice. All right, so basically the whole project was taking the duct that used to be where that middle window is and moving it over this way. And it was actually pretty easy as far as location goes because the main trunk line is right under us. So we just had to tap into it right down here, cut a hole in the floor and put this elbow in. And we moved it over to here. After I get done taping this up, we will successfully have air going upstairs, heating the bedroom as it used to be, just from a different spot. Cool, we're there. Man, I'm gonna go fasten it upstairs, make sure it's tight, but we should be good to go. Thanks for viewing. Hope you found this helpful. Please subscribe and you'll be able to catch all our latest how-to videos